It's your boy, Jeff Jones.
It is the one and only upset specialist, Thomas Boykin.
Always and forever, who Mr. Mike Jones.
And this is 234 Sports Talk. Fellas, let's talk about it. Let's talk
Let's get
about it.
at it.
All right, we're on the eve of college football returning for a
Bam!
brand new season. What we want to hit today is TCU and Colorado. Colorado Buffaloes are playing TCU tomorrow at 11 a.m. Fellas, as you look at this game, what do you think Mr. Sanders and the revamped Colorado Buffaloes will bring to the table this season?
It's going to be interesting, I'll tell you that. With all the transfers from the transfer portal, the guys that he replaced, because the guys he replaced was horrible. The coaching staff he replaced was horrible. The record speaks for itself to let you know they was horrible. So they got really nowhere to go but up. And Prime has a standard of raising the bar where he goes. See how he did Jackson State. He took them from you never even heard of Jackson State to Jackson State rule. I believe he's going to do the same thing with Colorado. It's going to take time, but I think he gets it done. I think TCU is going to present him with a formidable challenge. It's going to put to test everything he's done in his training camp to get his guys ready for this season. So I look for an inspired effort by Colorado. They might not have enough for TCU, but I expect a whole lot of effort. I expect a whole lot of effort from the Colorado Buffaloes. That's what I think. What do you think on them, Jay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Excuse me, man. My neck is hurting a little bit. Nah, but on the cool, man, guys. I look at it this way. I think that Deion Sanders has hired a coaching staff that understands how to sit and win at the NCAA college football game. How you win at college football? People are mad at Deion Sanders. Like he's sitting, he was mad. He made guys that sit up there that was on scholarship that was eating sandwiches, eating noodles, ramen noodles every Saturday night, Friday night. Them guys wasn't trying to. This is why Colorado was not relevant last year. Think about it, Deion Sanders made this college relevant by creating an atmosphere that's competition. So when you get a college, you get a university, you get players that's competition. Thomas, you know about it. When we play in basketball, you get a bunch of guys trying to jock for a starting position. Guess what happens? You get guys that want to play harder. You get to see people flaws. Shoot, if they can't sit and make a layup, or they can't sit and defend and crush time, we know that we can't sit and have the guys on our team. Deion Sanders has solidified what he wants. I think if we look at this game coming against TCU, people sit up there and they doubt Deion Sanders, man. I just don't understand why. When you got elite wide receivers, 4 and 5 stars on the outside, the problem that Deion Sanders might sit and look at is what's going to happen in the trenches. Guess what? The Pac-12 ain't a in the trenches type of a team. Guess what? TCU, they said got a big turnover ratio. I look for Deion Sanders to pull this out on this game against TCU, guys.
Right. TCU
what
is
think about Thomas? Jeff?
TCU is ranked number 17. All right. It's not a slouch football team by any standards. But when we look at this game, if you want my prediction, Mike, I think TCU will win this football game. I think it's going to take a little time for Deion Sanders and Colorado to really get it together. But I think TCU will win this game. But when you look at this program, and you guys talked about it, some of the things that happened. 70 plus players have left Colorado since Deion Sanders arrived. And I believe like 51 of them were scholarship players. So there were a lot of coaches that really didn't care for the things that took place out in Colorado since Deion Sanders' arrival. When you look at it, Pat Narduzzi, who's Pitt's coach, he and Deion had a few words and to say about it. He said that this is what his exact words is a bad reflection, talking about the way that Deion is operating. It was a bad reflection, he said, on college football, coaches and programs across the league. That's what he said. Do you think it's jealousy, or do you just, what do you think it is? You think it's fair?
It's ridiculous. If you're going to go that route, you got to talk about the whole portal situation, period. It's not just about Deion going to Colorado and attracting people because he's Deion. He's Coach Prime. He gets results out of his players. Guys want to go to him to get results. Guys want to go to him to learn. If you're going to hold that against him, you're doing yourself a discredit as a coach. If that's all you're worried about, that means you got to step your game up as a coach so you can attract players to come to your university. Now,
right.
The portal situation has been in effect for years now. And if you're going to be mad at Deion because guys want to jump in the portal to go to Colorado, you got to be mad about the portal situation, period. There's no blame on coaches. It's no blame on it's just the way it is. Everybody voted on it. Everybody passed it. The portal's in effect. You got to deal with it. If your guy decides to leave and think he can do better somewhere else, he's going to leave and go somewhere else. Bottom line. What you got on them, Jay?
Yes, sir, Mr. Thomas Boykins, man. I tell you what, man, you hit it dead on the nail, the head of it. You know, people shouldn't be mad at Deion Sanders. People sit up there and think about, Deion Sanders doing something different. Guess what? He may be doing something different. This game is always evolving, rotating, and it's doing something different. The NIL, everything, something is different. Nick Saban. Nick Saban was supposed to be like the godfather of just nobody thought that Nick Saban could ever be beat. Kirby Smart showed that it can be done. Guess what? Deion Sanders is doing something a little bit different that I think that most college coaches sitting, they're a little mad because they sit up there and they had to sit up there and wait up maybe 2 or 3, 4 years longer to get the players that they wanted. Deion Sanders sit up there and he wrote it in on Amazon and said, I want a quarterback. I want a DB. He did this on Amazon. Amazon, hey, I don't know if you guys ever sitting here Amazon deliver packages to your house. Guess what happened? Deion sent order a bunch of packages to the University of Colorado. And guess what can't happen? He got DBs. He got a whole package of 4 or 5 stars. Guess what's going to happen? It makes them competitive now in that conference. Guess what? We don't know what they're going to do against TCU, but I guarantee TCU better be on the up and up and make sure that they don't. If TCU loses this game, wow.
Ain't wow. I mean, it's not wow. I mean, you got to understand Coach Prime knows how to get the best out of his guys. He's going to bring guys in that wants to learn, that wants to win, that's hungry. I guarantee you right now, Colorado's hungry. Colorado's chomping at the bit at this game. I guarantee you, this is not going to be no easy game for TCU.
Hey, look, Tom. Since you said that, guess what, Jackson State University. Deion Sanders was recruiting some of the better guys. He really was. And then when they played against the SWAC, they was a little bit better than most of the SWAC. How about you take some of them guys that has played at Jackson State, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 star. Now they get to go against like a TCU. My thing that I want to see is in this game is how is Shadur Sanders going to be able to handle playing against a 4 or 5 star DB? All this stuff, we talked about he's Heisman worthy, but I really want to see what he do against some legit competition. And I want to see how Deion Sanders coach against D5 competition.
D1.
Yeah, D1. Yeah, D1.
He's going from D5 to D1. So, I mean, the principles are still the same. Just the athletes, the caliber athlete is different. Now you got to groom a well-groomed player, a high-caliber athlete. He knows what to do to polish a gym to make it shine. I think Prime has these boys ready to play.
Okay, look, Tom. Let me ask you another question real quick. Then you know that wide receiver or DB that he's got that played at Jackson State Hunter, number 12.
Mm-hmm.
He's number 12. He was he's a 5-star recruit.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see him being an impact player in the NCAA? I mean, in D1.
I guarantee you his coach has been working with him as far as routes and everything else. Because the speed of the route is going to be a little different than what it was in Division 5. Okay? You're dealing with guys this is what they do on the Division 1 level. This is what they do. So now you're going to have to step your game up to match what they do and be better so you can run better routes, out quick, outthink, know the schemes, know the holes. Got to teach all that. Got to know all that. Your quarterback has got to know all that as well. So it's going to be a learning curve for everybody on Colorado because it's a whole brand new system.
Right. Well, hey, Jeff Jones, let me ask you a question, man. So, you are analyst guy. So what is the probability of Colorado winning this game against TCU? Do you know it?
I'm gonna tell you like this. Anybody has a shot. When nobody thought that Buster Douglas had a shot against Mike Tyson.
Bingo.
People told me that Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. I was like, nah, no way. I didn't believe it till I saw the video. So my point is this: is that hey, everybody got to line up and play the game. I mean, you can have a team on paper, they look awesome, but when it comes down to getting in the trenches and playing the game and the rubber meets the road, you're going to see, you're going to separate the men from the boys. So I think they got a shot. They definitely got a shot, but they had to bring their A game because TCU, once again, is not a slouch team.
But then you got to realize, too, everybody knows what TCU is about now, so they know what's coming. The teams is preparing for that.
And, right. Look, Tom, I'm finna say this right here. I watched a couple games last night, man. And TCU is part of the Big 12 now. They won a couple games last night, but at the end of the day, that is a weaker conference, in my opinion. The ACC, probably weak. I think everybody is looking forward to the game coming up on Sunday with Florida State versus uh, LSU. And I can't see other than that game, South Carolina maybe playing North Carolina. I don't see any other games coming up that's worthy of looking at the game. I don't know, man. Shoot. You see something different, Thomas?
You know me. I got to look at my Buckeyes. I got to see what my starting quarterback situation is going to be. They named the
Okay.
starter, but I got to see how we going to look. This is going to be the first time that we've, gone through a quarterback change so rapidly. So normally the Ohio State quarterbacks stay at least 3 years. This guy, Stroud, only stayed 2. So now we got to adapt another quarterback and see how that fits in. Hopefully, we can dethrone Blue this year, but we'll see.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Well, fellas, before we go, what do you fellas think about the top 5? AP came out, top 25 college football. What do you think about the top 5 before we leave?
I think
they got it right.
I think they got it right.
Who's the top
5? Although the one I would remove probably would be Alabama.
Okay, this is it. You got Georgia, you got Michigan, number 2. You got Ohio State, number 3, Alabama, number 4. And then who you got number 5? I missed number 5.
Michigan.
No, they 2.
Yeah, they're number 2. We'll find out right here. Here we go. So you got number 5, who is LSU.
That's shocking.
Oh, heck no.
So what do you guys think about this?
That's shocking. LSU at 5? That's shocking. That's very, very shocking.
Hold on. Look. Jones, did you put Alabama and LSU in the same rankings?
Yeah, Alabama.
You got Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, then LSU.
They got the top.
How about okay, I'm gonna sit and complain about this. Okay, so Tennessee Vols, we didn't get no rankings beyond 12. But at the end of the day, we beat both of them schools. And then also Alabama, look, they sit up there. I'm gonna tell you what goes on. Everybody knows this. You guys said it last season. Alabama is a benefit of what they've done years past. Why LSU is sitting up there in front of Tennessee and Tennessee blowed them out? LSU, who has LSU beat to sit up there and think that they better than anybody coming up? They playing Florida State coming up. Both of them schools are suspect to me, in my opinion. I think both of them is garbage. Tennessee could beat Florida State and
LSU.
That's just my opinion. I don't think those 2 schools, and then we're talking about Alabama. They talking about Alabama, Tennessee gonna sit up. Look, on the cool, Michigan, Ohio State is your only 2 schools really that's got a viable thing to sit and say that they liable for any respect for 1 or 2. I'm done with it. What do you think about Tom?
Hey, that's why it's preseason picks. What they do.
Well, what you think about it all, though?
Comes, we'll see.
What you think about all?
I think it's right for now.
You think so?
I think it's right for now. For now, yeah, it's right.
And then look, Jeff Jones, on the cool. And this something me and Tom been talking about this for a minute. Give a little bit of time. Wisconsin is gonna be in that top 5 at some point.
Well, I'm hoping y'all right.
Right. We know we're right. We know football.
Hey, Fickle
Wisconsin Badgers is gonna be in that top 5.
Fickle is gonna change that whole environment. I'm telling you.
Yep. All right, fellas. Well, it's been a real one. It's been 234 Sports Talk. You can catch us on right here on YouTube. You can catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on X. You can catch us on all the basic social media sites. And we want you to want you to subscribe. If you feel what we're saying, leave a comment. If you don't feel what we're saying, leave a comment. And we will get back at you. 234 Sports Talk. We out till the next time.
Peace.
Peace.